Yes, Kenya. Tamu sana, yes. William Ruto and his supporters strongly believe that his win was because of God. And that's what William Ruto and his supporters have been telling Kenyans. Si uchawi ni maombi. And the Supreme Court, after upholding William Ruto's win, the Chief Justice, while speaking in Meru, also just revealed to Kenyans that God intervened and helped them uphold William Ruto's win. So there seems to be a lot of spirituality and a lot of supernatural intervention in the whole thing. Yes, some supernatural intervention. For about 3 days now, there is a video that has been going viral, a video of Pastor T Mwangi. If you listen to the video, Pastor T Mwangi is giving a prophecy on William Ruto's rule. And a good number of our fans here wanted me to do an analysis on the video. So in this video, that's exactly what I want us to do. But before we do that, listen into Pastor T Mwangi.
And how many know when the inauguration is taking place? On the 13th, you need to pray. On the 5th day, they made the ruling of the 5th president. So that man will need double grace to rule. Because on the day of his inauguration, that number, and the parliament is dealing with that number, is conflict. It takes double grace. Now, don't think I was on the other side. Now you're saying, Nika pastor najicomfort. Kubali ishe. We are Kenyans. The same song we are singing, we sang 10 years ago. Si uchawi ni maombi. That song.
Yes. Pastor T Mwangi is talking about the number 13. And that prophecy is not a good news to William Ruto and his supporters. That's clearly a bad news to them. Mother Koome some few days ago told us that God intervened, and that's how they came up with their Supreme Court ruling. It's spirituality, a supernatural intervention. William Ruto and his supporters have been telling Kenyans that it's God. Si uchawi ni maombi. Spirituality. So let us find out what the number 13 mean as per the Bible. Yes. What does 13 mean in the Bible? Description. The numbers in the King James Holy Bible have significant meaning that follow the number throughout the scripture. The number 13 has always been an unlucky number. The number 13 is the number that represents Satan, evil, wickedness, devils, and everything vile that is connected to them. That's what the number 13 means according to the Bible. So in this video, I want us to dig deep to see clearly the hidden truth in all this. In case you are watching us for the very first time, subscribe, give this video a like. Yes. Going by the biblical description of the number 13 and going by that prophecy by Pastor T Mwangi, it's clear that William Ruto's installation tomorrow the 13th will be like evil being installed onto the throne. That's what I'm seeing clearly, tying it to what the number means and tying it to what Pastor T's prophecy is all about. An evil is going to be installed on 13th. And that evil can literally mean William Ruto is going to face a lot of rebellion in his regime. Or he himself is going to do, or rather commit, a lot of atrocities against Kenyans. And you know, if you look at William Ruto's politics is based on some Christianity. Yes. He is being seen as somebody who is coming into leadership on the platform of being a Christian. He sees himself as more Christian than his competitors, in that he was calling Raila Odinga Mganga. So Ruto believes he's more of a Christian than those who are competing against him. And he believes it's God who has enabled him win the presidency. And you know, there is nothing that happens under the sun that has never happened before. What is happening today in Kenya has happened in other places before, in other parts of the world. We have seen leaders coming, or rather attaining the rules of power, or rather gaining power on the same platform William Ruto is assuming power. And just to remind you a bit, in Zambia, we had Frederick Chiluba, who during his tenure, BBC reported that he was a fervent Christian. And in some occasions, Frederick Chiluba could also preach. He was seen as a Christian, a holy man of God, a president. And the funny bit of it is that his tenure was dogged with allegations of corruption and adultery. In fact, he was accused of even squandering taxpayers' money to maintain his concubines and girlfriends, buying women and ladies houses. That's Frederick Chiluba, Zambia's second president. And then in Liberia, we also had Charles Taylor, the preacher. Charles Taylor could also preach, and he was also seen as a person of God, a preacher. And in all the cases, their rules ended up very badly. So William Ruto assuming power on that platform is not something unique. It has happened in other places. And the results are well known, ladies and gentlemen. So as William Ruto gets sworn in tomorrow, William Ruto should use a lot of wisdom and restraint in his rule. He should use a lot of wisdom and restraint, because things are not looking good for him, ladies and gentlemen. Let me stop it there. But in case you are watching us for the very first time, just as I did indicate when I was starting, but so far you have not yet subscribed, kindly subscribe, give this video a like. And to our fans and subscribers here, I'm very much humble, very grateful for the kind of support you're giving me here. God bless you, God bless Kenya. And to any other person who wants to have a chat with me, or to share information with me, or even to support this channel, I've pinned my number on the comment section. Contact me through the number, or you can channel any kind of support or donation to the number. Those watching us outside Kenya, Drop a comment, let us know from which part of the globe you are watching us from. And if possible, subscribe, give this video a like. Let's meet in our next analysis.